Alright, question 5. View this cartoon. Now we have to write a research question. The only thing you really need to write is a research question that would link um, the difference between crushed and solid ice, which is the surface area, and the time for the ice to melt. So we can write how does surface area of the ice affect the time taken for it to melt through the addition of salt. And that would give you your first mark. Now, now to state the variables, the independent variable, the one that you're changing. Surface area of the ice, dependent variable, time taken for the ice to melt. And now you have a couple control variables to decide. Number one, to have a consistent and valid investigation, you would have to keep the mass of salt used same throughout the investigation, because if you add more or less, it would result to the time being affected by more than one variable, which would render your investigation void. So we're gonna have mass of salt used as a control variable, and we're gonna have mass of ice, because of course if you have more ice, more mass of ice, it would result in more energy. If any of you have taken physics, Q is equal to mc delta T, but in ice it would be ml, latent heat of fusion. And if you increase the mass, it would also increase the energy you would have to give. So we're gonna have mass of ice. And we have already established another control variable, addition of salt, NaCl. This is one that you can write if you don't remember any of these. Since different salts are going to melt the ice at different rates, setup of the investigation in part A could be improved. Hmm. So one marker. So realistically, the answer that I would have written, or you could use more values of the independent variables. So you could use different grind sizes of ice. It would result in a investigation that would be considered more valid, or you could carry out more trials to reduce error. Yeah, any of these. Here you just have to calculate the percentage of ice remaining, percentage of ice melted. To do this, just for the first one, do the mass remaining divided by the initial mass, and then multiply that by 100. Which would roughly equate 53.33% for the first one. And second one, percentage of ice melted, you would do 145 minus 100. So 45 grams of ice melted. Now we're going to do the same process we used for the first one. 45 upon 145 and multiply this by 100 for percentage 2. And this would yield 31.03% for the answer to question 5D. Suggest why salt was used in the investigation in part D. As we've already established, it was a control variable in the investigation. And that would net you the 1 mark. Read question F. Question F is actually a video. Contains a video, I think. Oh, never mind, there's another one. Okay, so the first question is suggest one de-icing material that would not be suitable to use to clear the airport runways and surrounding roads. Any substance above, no, any substance below negative 55, negative 45. So I think that would include no, negative 45 and does not contain chloride. So I think that only leaves potassium acetate. Let's just confirm that. Yeah. Potassium. You have to select potassium acetate and justify the answer. Question 5G. So we cannot use potassium acetate or any that have chloride. So we have calcium, magnesium acetate, and urea. Fuck.